Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I thought I'd do something a little bit different and do stuff I dislike about owning my 2009 Fiat Bravo. Now I'm going to start off with stuff about on the outside that I don't really like. I mean, most of these are just nitpicky things, but I'm just going to spread my views on it anyway. So, number one, the wheels. Because they're diamond cut at the front, they're really corroded. I mean, the two front ones aren't that bad, but the rear ones you can see that, you know, all of the corrosion on their diamond cut. But I think these wheels are going to get replaced at some point anyway. So, I mean, that's not a massive issue. If they really bothered me that much, I could get them refurbished. But obviously, I'm not going to bother with that. It's only, you know, it's a cheap car in the first place. The other thing as well is that the paint on the bonnet and the boot lid chips really easily and starts to rust out in these corners. That's literally pretty much all Bravos. Like, there's never really a Bravo that doesn't. Dislikes about the Bravo is the corner lights / fog lights. From where they're the corner lights, they burn really easily from where the lights light up. And you can see on my replacement bumper with the replacement housings, you can see that it, you know, it's literally made a bubble from where it's burnt out so much. The other side is the same as well, and they look all horrible and yellow. So, gonna hopefully try and get some LEDs, and I'm gonna replace these brand new ones, and then get LEDs in there so they stop the burning. And the other thing as well is that the car scrapes on everything. Speed bumps, little humps, it scrapes. You hear it scratch, 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 scrape, scrape, scrape. No matter what you go over, it scrapes. And I'm pretty sure it's just the under tray from being so low. I mean, that's literally fitted up there properly as well. So I don't really know why it scrapes so bad. I don't know why Fiat designed it so it sticks so low. But if you go over them speed bumps where it's sort of in the middle of the road and not the whole length, it scrapes so bad. So yeah, but other than that, I think that's the stuff outside. Now we move on into the inside of the Bravo. Now, one thing that really does my head in is that because this is an active sport, Fiat decided to not include the rear armrest, which would normally go right here in the middle of the seat. And the armrest in like normal Bravos has little cup holders that slide out, and they're actually usable because the cup holders down here in the centre bit there, they're useless. You slam on the brakes or whatever and your drink just goes flying. Or even if you change into like fourth or, you know, sixth. Well, if you change into second, fourth and sixth, you smack your drink out the way. You elbow it flying. The other thing as well is, I don't know if you can hear the clutch pedal. I think it just needs oiling. If I show you down here, you can hear it. And it's extremely irritating. And the other thing that's really irritating is the indicators. Now, I'll show you that in a second. But other than that, everything else is okay. I mean, this has got like a little armrest thing in there where you can put like a drink, and there's like a little vent for like aircon to go through to cool your drink down, which is okay. So that's one good plus. But it rattles. This rattles when you're driving along. And I don't know why. I think I might just put some like sticky pads around it. Yeah, so that's that from this view. From this view, you can see the glove box, right? When I first got the car, I would open the glove box and it would just fall open. And this little strap thing is broken off, and so is the clip in that side. There's only one clip holding it on now in there. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can barely see it, but there's one clip holding it on, and the light doesn't work in there either. Which, I mean, it's stuff that could be replaced, but I mean, it's so flimsy. And also, my heated controls, they light up, and sometimes they don't. And to make them relight up, you have to smack it, and then they come back on. Again, another Fiat quirk. But the indicators are what frustrate me the most. Hold on, let me turn the car on. So, right. So say you're coming up to a roundabout, or whatever, and you indicate to go right, and then you come onto the roundabout and you turn left to go around the roundabout, the indicator turns off, like that. And I don't know why it turns off like that, and it's so annoying. But also, if you hold it, it makes the worst noise ever imaginable. Oh, it just sounds terrible. And also, sometimes if you've got the wheel in a certain position, the indicator won't turn on at all. I don't know where it is, but there's sort of a certain position where it doesn't want to stay on anymore. And it's literally there, right there. You go to put it on and it just does not stay up. And it's just so irritating. I mean, the car has got a feature where if you just push it lightly, it just ticks. So like if I'm changing lane, I just push it down lightly and it will just tick 5 times, and then it just clears itself off. And the other thing that is not just a problem on the Bravo, it's literally all Fiats, is this fake leather. This leather peels so bad, and as you can see, mine's peeling up here, across there, and on top of my handbrake as well. The gear knob somehow is actually fine, which is very, very rare because they're normally the first things to go. Other things as well is that the handbrake, when you put it down, it's got the handbrake hole of death. And the reason why it's called the handbrake hole of death is because if your passenger has got their seat slightly further forward for rear passengers, when they go to take their seatbelt off, their fingers can sometimes get stuck in there, and if you yank the handbrake up, that's their finger gone. And this happened in my sister's Bravo, and she yanked the handbrake up on my other sister, and her finger got completely wedged in there. So that was not very pleasant, and her finger was completely broken, pretty much. So need to replace this plastic cover thing. And other things as well is the USB port for the Blue Me. Now this thing is the most unstable USB port ever. I mean, that's not my memory stick moving, that's literally the whole port that's moving inside itself, which obviously is not very stable at all. It's horrible. And also the driving position. Now this is just a nitpicky thing that is a problem for me. It's probably not a problem for most people, but I've gone from a Grande Punto that you can see there to this, and this is very, very Italian, in Italian fashion. There's nowhere to put your foot when you're not using it. There's no footrest or anything to the left at all. There's nothing there. And the pedals, I don't know if you can see that, the pedals are very, very close together. So sometimes if you just press accelerate like that, you end up hitting the brake as well, which just obviously is not ideal. But obviously from the only way I'm comfortable is when I take my foot off the clutch, I hit the cruise control every time without fail. So sometimes I have to sit a little bit wider like that just so I don't hit it. But other than that, it's very Italian, it's to be expected, but it's just a nitpicky thing that I thought I'd mention anyway. And also my recirculation button is being the death of me. I pushed it once by accident and it got stuck shut, so the car was misting up a lot. So ever since then, I just have not touched it because I've manually opened the vent and I'm not going to touch it again. Again, another problem that Fiat was clearly aware of from the Stilo problems that they had, and they still included it in the Bravo. But again, Fiat being Fiat, what can you expect? Other things, I think that's pretty much it, to be fair. Oh, this visor does not stay up. Does not stay up. But again, that's just something that's broken that I need to replace. But again, it just does not stay up. But other than that, I think that's everything I really dislike about my Bravo. I think other than that, it's just a beautiful car to drive. I'm going to make a video of everything I love about owning my Fiat Bravo. So that should be coming out soon-ish. But yeah, so that's, that'll be coming out soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It's basically just me moaning about stuff that I don't like about my car and stuff that's broken inside of my car. But I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. So yeah, cheers guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.